Good morning, everybody, and greetings from Jerusalem. Anyone who's been following the news knows that last week and a half has been a really difficult time in this country because of all the terror and all of the attempts to instill fear into the hearts of the Jewish people. This is a campaign of terror that has been going on for decades. It's a way to try to scare us into living our lives as Jews in our land. And I think it was a lesson that we can learn that from this particular upcoming Shabbos that can help us understand how to deal with this situation. This Shabbos is called Shabbat Hagadol, the Great Shabbos, the Big Shabbos. It's the only Shabbos that has that name. Every Shabbos is big and great, but this Shabbos is called the Great Shabbos. And the reason for that is because the Shabbos before Passover is always called Shabbos HaGadol, because there was a time, going back thousands of years ago, when the Jewish people were leaving Egypt, and it was 5 days before they left, and they were told to take the lamb, which was the god of the Egyptians, and bring it into their house and tie it to their bedposts and keep it in there for 4 days, and then they would sacrifice it as the Passover sacrifice, as they would leave Egypt, and they would eat and celebrate their exodus. And the Egyptians came in and they saw that every former master of one of the Jewish slaves saw that the Jews had literally taken their God, because they worshipped the lamb. They believed that the lamb was a deity, and had taken them and had belittled them and had tied them to the bedpost, and they were going to ultimately destroy them and kill them and eat them. And they were filled with rage and fury, and they did nothing, and they didn't respond. And that was miraculous, that they didn't lash out and try to commit acts of violence against the Jewish people. But what was the real miracle in all of that? The real miracle was the chutzpah and the strength and the inner resolve and the dedication that the Jewish people had, who had just been released from slavery. For 200 plus years, they had been slaves in Egypt. They had a mentality, as you can imagine, of subordinates to their masters. And now somehow they found the strength, the courage to literally take their God, a lamb, and to bring it into their house and declare with strength, openly, publicly, we've taken your God and we're going to destroy it and we're going to eat it. Where did they find that inner strength and that courage? That was the miracle of this particular Shabbos, that they found that strength in that moment of fear and terror to be able to stand up and say, no, this is who we are. We are the Jewish people. We are Hashem's people, and we are going to do what's right, and no fear tactics are going to stop us. That's exactly what's going on right now. These are fear tactics. These are the attempt of our enemies who feel that we don't have a right to live in our land peacefully, the land of our patriarchs and matriarchs, the land that was promised to us 4,000 years ago, and the land that the Jewish people have lived in continuously. And they feel that we don't have a right to live here, and they're trying to scare us so that we won't go out and sit in a cafe in downtown Tel Aviv on a Thursday night and enjoy ourselves, because we'll be too afraid that the terrorists are going to come out and open fire, or that we won't be able to walk freely with our families in the streets of our neighborhoods. But you know what? The Jewish people are way stronger than that. And we have the ability to stand up and say, no, we are a good people, we are a righteous people, we are a people that are committed to Hashem and His Torah and His land, and we will be here and we will build here and we will continue to be here with strength, and nothing will stop us. And we can get that strength, and we know that we have that strength from this story of the Shabbat Hagadol, the Great Shabbos. So I think we should all need to keep that in mind. We can't let this fear cripple us in any way. We have to be committed and strong and remember who we are. We are Hashem's nation. We are a glorious people. We are a light unto the nations, and we have to be committed to playing that role and continuing with strength as we move forward. Wishing everybody a wonderful, wonderful Shabbat Hagadol, a great, great Shabbos from Yerushalayim. Shabbat Shalom.